In this video, I'll be walking you through how to complete the challenge missions for Welkin in Mecha BREAK. As always, you start with the tutorial missions that will teach you the basics. Make sure you know how to activate all of the abilities and how your axe and cage work as best as possible, as these two things are the most important parts of Welkin's kit. Little bit of a spoiler here, but the first two missions for Welkin are by far the hardest, and the last three are actually extremely simple, so don't give up thinking it will get progressively harder. In fact, it actually took me twice as long to go through this tutorial you are watching in the background as it did to clear the last 3 levels combined. With all that being said, I'll move on to the guide now. Once the tutorial is complete, navigate to the Challenge tab at the top of the screen, and go into Welkins. The first mission has you take out 2 Falcons within the designated time. They will both spawn at once and do a ton of damage, so keep an eye on your health the whole time and make sure to retreat when you need to. The Falcon bots are pretty random, so there is not a specific course of action against them, but there are a few habits you can use to improve your chances. Firstly, open up the battle by dashing against the wall. This lets you avoid the initial barrage of damage, and the Falcons will often drop down to you in close range. Next, move up and play around the pillar. Do not fight them out in the open as much as possible. This, again, lets you avoid unnecessary damage while giving you time to recharge. The Falcons also tend to go close range when you hang around here, so those are perfect times to pop the cage and do your damage. Generally, once you get a Falcon caged, you just want to use normal attacks to do the damage. You will only want to use your spinning attack if they are on the ground in a corner. Focus one down at a time if possible. Once you take it out, it becomes way easier to take out the second. It might take you a few tries to beat this level because the Falcon AI plays a huge factor in the outcome, assuming you're not already an excellent Welkin player.
Challenge success.
The second mission is to take out 6 Falcons within the time limit. Luckily, unlike the last mission, these Falcons do not fight back. Unfortunately, they are super fast and a pain to catch. You have 2.5 minutes to kill all 6 of them, so that math gives you 25 seconds per Falcon. If you cannot take out the first Falcon before the 2-minute mark, I generally recommend resetting. Although playing through the whole time will give you more practice taking them out, so just choose what's best for you. Now the best way to take them out is to first use your melee charge to close the distance on them, and then pop the cage to stop them for a second. Engage them only when you have full or high energy, because you'll need it to close the distance and then to actually use attacks. If possible, chase them down from behind, because that is the easiest way to hit the cage, but you should also get a feel for how to intercept them from a side angle, because that situation will be much more common. Since it's so hard to hit your spin attack, generally just auto attack them. This also does a much better job at keeping them stunned. If you can start a good combo on one while you have full energy, you can pretty easily secure the kill in one go.
Challenge success.
And now for the third mission. You only need to know 3 words for this one. Spin to win. All you need to do is get close to the Leesness and hold down that charged attack. Doing normal attacks will just get you staggered, and your Beyblade form does not have that problem. While spinning, follow the Leesness around and just try to get as many hits in as possible. Whittling down its health like this is more than enough for clearing it within the time limit. To make it go a bit faster though, spam your shield and cage off of cooldown.
Challenge success.
The fourth mission is just more of the same, but this time against Tricera. rush it with your frontal shield, and then start spinning. I did find that weaving in some howitzer shots into this fight worked pretty well because Tricera is super slow, and so it's an easy target to hit.
Challenge success.
And now, the 5th mission against Panther. Again, spin to win is the name of the game. I did take more damage against the Panther than the last 2 because it goes through fluid armor, but it still didn't even come close to defeating me. Its dashing attack is pretty dangerous, but it won't really even get the chance to use it if you just stay spinning.
Online. Challenge success.
And with that, congrats! You should now have acquired the Reaper title. Hopefully, my tips and tricks were able to help you out on your clears. If you found any other ways to beat it, please share them in the comments, and don't forget to drop a like or subscribe for the algorithm. I would really appreciate it. Thanks again for watching, and if you're interested in more clear guides, you might like one of the other videos on screen now.